What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Lock and Cash podcast. Today, the referee report is back. The last 2 weeks, I have not done a referee report for two reasons mainly. The first one was there wasn't really that many crazy referee trends that I love. There were a couple, but I didn't really want to highlight any that I personally disagreed with. And the second one was that I didn't love any of the spots, right? So when I give you guys a ref trend in these referee videos, I want to also agree with the spot. I don't want to just say, hey, here's the data and take it for what it's worth. I want to kind of tell you like, hey, this is what it's saying. And also I kind of like this too for other reasons. So we have some of those this week. We've got 4 spots that I'm going to highlight for you guys. All right. And we're going to start off with we're going to start off with a banger because this has cashed in every game this season. It hasn't lost yet. So and it's active on the Jets-Dolphins game in the AFC East. Sean Hockley is the referee. You may have heard me talk about on other platforms, short form platforms like TikTok Shorts, Instagram Reels, about Hockley unders, Sean Hockley unders, but specifically when the total's below 45. Here's the record: 35, 14, and 1 to the under, 71.4%. But this season, 6 times, 6 and 0 to the under when it's a total below 45, and Sean Hockley's the referee. On top of this, by the way, you have it's a divisional game, divisional unders after week 10. That's another system that I like. That's a 61% system as well. So you've got a 71% trend, a 61% trend, but I could see this being a game where both teams want to utilize the run. Miami's going to try to pass a little bit more, of course, but they also run the ball really well on those small little dump offs with Achane. So I think that they could be running clock a bit. They're going to definitely put up points on the Jets. The Dolphins offense has been good at home, but I think this could be a game that kind of like 27, 17, I could see 26, 14. I don't think the Jets are going to have much offensive success in this game. So I actually agree with the under. And the trends are pointing you to the under. So Sean Hockley unders, 71% spot on the Jets-Dolphins total. All right, now flip it. We're going to go to the overs. Alex Kemp, he's got the Vikings-Falcons game this weekend. Always want to point out Alex Kemp overs, which is a good trend, but I always want to point it out when it's an indoors game. So the total has to be no more than 50, which checks out here. And in those spots, 51, 34, and 2 to the over. That's an even 60% for Alex Kemp. The total in this game is 45.5. So again, 46, you're getting it below the key number of 46, which is good for betting an over. And I think, man, if there was ever a buy low spot on an offense, it's got to be this Falcons offense after what you saw, the garbage you saw from them last week. I'm especially hurt by it because I had a Falcons ticket against the Chargers. 4 interceptions, a pick 6 on a ball that looked like you threw a beach ball out there, pick in the end zone when you're in the red zone. A brutal offensive game for the Falcons. Put up a ton of yards, outgained the Chargers, but could not finish. So maybe in a Kirk Cousins revenge game, I think that's being pushed a little bit too much. I don't know what he's getting revenge for. But bottom line here is you're kind of looking to buy low on the Falcons offense in this game. And the Vikings at home, they put up points. The Falcons defense doesn't get much pressure. Darnold's going to have time to throw the ball. So I could see this being a game where there's points. So I agree with this over 45.5. And Alex Kemp should also help as well, 60% to the over in his games. And no weather, of course. I mentioned indoors, so no weather aspect to this, which is good. All right, we're going over to the Bills versus the Rams game. You've got Craig Rolstad. He's the referee. He's good for road favorites. Okay, so Craig Rolstad, I can't pronounce his last name. Road favorites, as long as they're not more than 6.5. That's where I capped this trend. Anything less than 6.5, the Bills are minus 4.5 at the Rams. 34, 20, and 2 against the spread. That's 63% for Rolstad road favorites, and that applies on Buffalo. The one thing I'm going to say here is, to me, it's clear this line's a little bit short, right? The Bills are not. This is saying that, what are they, 3.5 points better than the Rams on a neutral? They're better than they're much better than the Rams. So I know this line's short, but the one thing that the reason why I think it's short and the one hesitancy I have is the spot is not great for Buffalo. They come off of that Blizzard game where they destroyed the Niners. That's a huge win over a team that's been really good. The Niners have been really good over the NFC for so many years. So when you have it's like almost like a wounded dog, you want to pounce on it, right? So that was a big win for Buffalo. And also with that win, they clinched the AFC East. So you go from the Blizzard over there, you clinch your division. You still got the 1 seed to play for, but you're locked up with a home playoff game at the minimum. And now you go over across the country, warm weather, indoors, a nice cozy indoors game. I could see a little bit of a flat letdown spot. And that's the one thing that concerns me here. And that may be the one reason why this line's a little bit short. Maybe the line is accounting for the situational spot for Buffalo. So that would tell me a little of a lean to the Rams, but I don't love this enough to play it. 4.5, you got to give me 6 with the Rams for me to play the Rams here. So small lean to the Bills. And if you want to play the referee trend, roll stat to the Bills. That's a 63% trend. Last one, we have another under. This one I like even more than, even though the Hockley one is perfect for the Chargers-Jets game 6-0 this season, I like this under even more. This is Bill Vinovich unders for the Chargers-Chiefs game on Sunday night. He's 81-51-1 to the under. That's 61.4%. But it gets even better when it's a divisional game. Divisional unders for Vinovich are 33-17-1, 66%. On top of that, you've got the injuries that LA is dealing with McConkey. Without him on the field, if he doesn't go, their offense is completely different. You saw it last week against the Falcons. You saw it last week against the week before against a capable defense like the Ravens. Chiefs certainly are a capable defense, even though they don't look as dominant defensively as they have in years past. They're still very good. And you just saw them play a divisional game that went way under against the Raiders. And on the other side, the Chiefs have just, their offense has just been doing just enough each week, right? They put up 30 points against the Panthers, but who's not scoring against the Panthers? So this is going to be a bit different. The Chargers have a good defense overall, and the Chiefs just lack that explosiveness. A lot of dinks and dunks. I think Pacheco's back for this game, if I'm not mistaken, so maybe running the ball a little bit more. I just think this game has underwritten all over it, and then you add Vinovich to the mix with his divisional record, 66%. That's a good spot to me, under 42 or 42.5 between the Chargers and the Chiefs. All right, those are the 4 trends, guys. So Hockley unders with the Jets, Dolphins, Alex Kemp overs, Vikings, Falcons, Rolstad road favorites on the Buffalo Bills, and Vinovich unders for the Chiefs, Chargers. Let me know what you guys think. Which one of these are you going to play this weekend? Hit the subscribe. More content's coming. I have a Thursday Night Football video up. I've got a market review video up in the NFL. Don't forget to check that out. Conference championship picks are up as well. So just go check out the profile. They're all there. And thanks for watching. Let's get it.